If you're a business owner and you want to go viral and make money off organic content, then these next 12 minutes are for you because I'm going to be interviewing my client Max, who I've helped generate $10,000 a day and 1 million views in his first month. You're going to learn the exact secrets of what he did and the same strategy which I used for over 20 other people to get similar results and myself to make over $100,000 as a teenager. It's only going to be a quick one, so let's get into it. Max, so you've been a client with me for several months now. How have you been finding it?
Awesome. I mean, anyone who's probably watching this is probably on the verge of doing business with you. So I'm just going to kind of talk about my experience. Liam responds to me quicker than anybody. Liam probably cares about my content not more than me, but pretty damn close. Like, I feel like it's almost his business too.
I mean, dude, well, we've been doing your content for the last hour and a half, dude.
Yeah, and we just get along. Like, I don't feel like, I'm a pretty casual guy. I'm not super formal. I just feel like this is a friend who is smarter than me in content, and I get to do business with. So I love it.
Look, I appreciate that, man. So, would you mind telling the people watching a bit more about what you do specifically?
Yeah, so I do two things. I have a high-ticket consulting program for coaches and agency owners, and I run a low-ticket program for the people who don't make money online but are kind of looking to get into it. It teaches them how to be an acquisition specialist. We let them start earning on day one, stuff like that.
Excellent. And then, so with both of your programs, did you see an increase in sales when there were more views?
Way more views, and obviously more views translate to more sales. The thing is that a lot of people will get more views and then not translate it to sales because they don't know how to nurture their audience. But if you have more views, it's on you to convert.
So what sort of increases did you see when you started?
Yeah, I mean, we hit 1.5 million views in the first month, or the first, and I hadn't posted content before, so.
Yeah, so tell us more about that. So before you started working with me, like, what were you specifically kind of struggling with? Like, what was that?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a guy who liked to show my face a lot. I kind of just wanted to, like, build a bit. My business is literally called Stealth, so, like, it wasn't, I'd like to be kind of in the shadows, but when I got out of school, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to start making content because I enjoy talking, as you can tell. I've been talking a lot already. It's been 2 minutes. And started posting clips online and filming B-roll and all that stuff, which I didn't know I would enjoy, but I do. And, it did really well because I had the right guidance, and that's not me being a plug. It's just like I wouldn't have known what to do without Liam. Like, I genuinely, so.
Yeah, and by the way, props to Max. Like, he's 18 years old. You probably wouldn't have known until you just said he got out of school. Like, absolute.
Yeah, meanwhile,
killer.
you're
what was
15, 16 when we started working together, and you know more about it than me. So, age doesn't matter.
True. I mean, what was it that initially drew you to work with me?
I mean, we've been talking for a long time. We have, weirdly, a very similar life, except we're just experts in different things.
True.
Weird similarities. Whoever's watching this, we're not going to get into it, but like very, very like specific things that are just the exact same. So obviously that, and you're just a good person, and this is the only thing that I choose when I work with people. Obviously results is huge, but beyond results, because results aren't the only thing that matters, is that you're a good person and you're a winner. Because I don't want to work with a bad person or a loser, right? So it's that simple. And you're a good person and a winner, and you get results. So,
how did you feel about the time investment needed
Not
from
much.
your end to produce
Not
results?
much. Yeah.
You think it's quick?
Yeah,
it's easy?
I mean, it's really easy. I'd probably spend less than an hour a day filming.
Yeah, it's fast and it gets insane results, which is just great. I mean, when we started out, there were some clips where we didn't even need filming, so it was just like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
What did you feel about the other sort of things we did for you? For example, your branding, the lead magnet website, everything like that.
Yeah, the branding is sick. It got on a Times Square billboard, which I'm sure Liam will pop into this video, which is sick. That was awesome. I was wearing, actually, it's gonna be weird because it's gonna be the same shirt I'm wearing right now. I promise you, I wear more than just this shirt. But yeah, I mean the landing page is sick. I mean everything's sick. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. It's all really high quality and good.
Was there any sort of like milestones that you were specifically super proud of when you were working?
Yeah, I mean, hitting 1 million views is sick. Again, I didn't post content, so that's awesome. It's 7 figures in views. Obviously, my account grew because of that. I want to hit 10 million, and then I want to hit 100 million, which we're still working on. So
100%, and we're gonna hit that very soon. So, what was like the biggest sort of transformation that you experienced since we started working together?
my business flowed better because I didn't have to manually do anything. I mean, obviously, you have to manually do something when you run a business, but people are pre-nurtured because they see your content. People know, who you are if you're posting about it. So people trusted me more. I guess it was an increase in authenticity and credibility because I have the testimonials to make content about, which was helpful. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, it just improved the business flow. It's much more automated than it was. Again, people who think they can automate their business completely, it's just not very realistic for a very long time. But it's pretty close. So
100%. So, you do a lot of outbound, Max. How did you feel that content worked with outbound? Like, did you feel that it was warming
yeah,
up and
for sure.
giving
I
you a
mean,
higher
when
close
you do
rate,
out,
a higher call
yeah, when
booking
you
rate?
do outbound, and you get a reply, the first thing that someone's gonna do is go and look at your account, see what you have posted. So if you don't have anything posted, you're obviously your credibility, your authenticity is gonna be lower. Whereas, when you have content up, it's better. And plus, you get to make sure people have the same ideology as you. Right? I post motivational stuff that's very brutal and hard truths, and so people are gonna be either repulsed by me or naturally want to work with me. So it works perfectly.
100%. And I mean, also, it's just like authority sort of thing. When they come onto your page and they see like, 50K followers and they check your reels and it's like 100K views, million views, 100K views, like all the different views, they're kind of like, oh
Yeah.
wow, like I'm talking to this guy who's this much higher than me and I'm here. So yeah, that's like a really, really big effect.
Plus,
And then
sorry
just
to
like,
interrupt, but like when you have that effect, and then you just talk to them, you send voice messages, you're a normal person, and you like build a relationship with them, it's that much cooler because they probably don't expect that.
so aside from organic content, which you're very well known for, how did your paid ads perform, which we made a few for you?
Pretty well. I've never been a huge advocate for paid ads, but you know, I mean, they did well. I wouldn't say my business is dependent on ads that much, so I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, so for everyone listening, like Max is the outbound guy. Like I always hit him up with screenshots from my messages, like, yo, what should I say to this person? What should I say? Like he's the sales and outbound guy, and he's personally like even coached me with my sales, and I've gotten way better. So that's a side note. If you want sales consulting, definitely hit him up. But Max, what advice would you give to someone considering starting with me and investing
Just do
in
it.
my
Just stop
agency
thinking
and my
about it. Stop
services?
being a wuss, and you're never gonna make an ROI if you're not gonna spend money. If it stays in your bank account, like what's it there for? The problem with a lot of business owners is that they look at the income or the amount of money in their bank account for business, and they think it's like personal, but it shouldn't be. Right? You should be paying yourself a salary. It should be small too, and all that money that's still in the business should just be reinvesting. And let's be realistic. If you have $10,000 in the bank and you keep some money aside for taxes, like there's no reason that you shouldn't invest with someone who's going to blow up your personal brand.
Exactly. It's just all a game of investing, like everything. I personally do the same. I just invest everything back into my business. Like, you know, my MacBook, my
We're
desk,
also
like
in
I
good
keep just
positions
buying new
though,
stuff.
right? We're kids, and we have
100%, 100%.
a backstop, if you will. So we're blessed. And I can't speak to it for someone who is not in that position, but most of us are young, and if you're young, like Liam and I, like really, it doesn't matter that much. Just spend the money.
If there's like one specific feature of, or aspect of like what I did for you or what I continue to do for you, what would you say that was?
Like one best aspect, because you do a lot. The like communication, probably. I always know what's going on, and if I don't, you respond within a minute. You also do a really good job. We're literally on different sides of the globe. You're 14 hours ahead of me, and I can text you at 2 a.m. your time, and you might respond. If you don't, you respond first thing in the morning, which is really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I'd like to say I do the same mostly, but that's just the kind of people we are. So But your communication is fantastic, and then also just like ideation. Like I'm not as creative as you, and having that, just someone who knows how to get views is, I mean, that's great. So
100%. And then, do you think that our work and our collaboration will
yeah,
continue to benefit you
yeah,
in the
no
future?
shit. Horrible question, of course. Like,
I
yeah.
appreciate that, bro. And then, what do you think is one thing you wish you knew earlier about the service which I provide?
The thing is that what I wish I knew earlier was how much you cared, but you can't know that until you work with you. So I mean that, but you're not gonna like you're not gonna have that feeling before you work with Liam. Um,
I mean, it's funny that you say that because I feel like most people get into this sort of business model, which I do. They're young, they
they
want to
don't give
make
a
money,
shit.
maybe they've learned some sort of skill like video, but they don't really give a shit. And the thing is, with me, like, I've been doing this for a long time. I've done
And you
this for
think
a
it's
lot of
fun and
clients.
you
Like,
love it.
exactly, like I like doing this, and I also it's like the most rewarding thing, more rewarding than closing a client when you see Max and it's like, let's say the first 10 videos we posted, they didn't really pop off, and then bam, we
Yeah,
get one with like a million
that
or
was
like
sick.
500,000 views, and you're just like, Max is like, holy shit. I'm like, let's go, bro, let's
Yeah,
keep making them. And then it just sets the tone. It's like
I
super
mean
super good.
results are just, I mean they're fun, right?
100%. So then finally, like, in your own words, what do you like, how would you describe the value which I brought to you and your business?
I think infinite, because if you can build a personal brand, I mean that's infinite leverage, right? If you have people who follow you, who trust you, who like your content, who enjoy watching you speak, I mean you can leverage that in any possible way as long as you have a good program to provide. So I would say it's infinite because that personal brand is going to be there forever, and it's going to continue building. So there's no value, there's no price tag on it.
100%. Well, I appreciate your time, Max. Is there anything else that you would want to share about your experience or any advice you'd give to people watching
Yeah,
this who
my
might be on the
advice
fence?
to people watching this is to shut the fuck up and pay the invoice and work with Liam.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
For sure. Peace out.